Are you still confused about the normal pivot table functions and the power pivot table function in the Excel? So let me show you the simple difference in these two functions. When you have a single dataset and you need to summarize that into a single summary sheet and present it to the management, of course you can use the normal pivot table that we have in Excel. But for instance, let's say you have so many data sets in different folders and different Excel files. How do we summarize and get to all this data and consolidate into a summary sheet? That's where the Power Pivot table comes. So let me show you how you create a perfect Power Pivot table summary for your business or your work. We used to open an Excel and we can see that there is no Power Pivot option available here, but don't worry, we can include that option over here. Go to files and go to options, and you can see add-ins here and manage add-ins. Go to com add-ins and select go, and you can see that this box has not been ticked, so we'll tick that option and select up. See, now we have the Power Pivot tab and we can do Power Pivots from here. And the next step is to check our databases. So let's open one data set that I have created for this video. And as you can see, this is the revenue sheet that I have created. And first thing that you need to remember is you cannot have any spaces or gaps between these numbers and the data, and you should have a column header for each column, and definitely another thing that you need to remember is that you should have a common data set that you are going to have a relationship with the other data sets. Otherwise you cannot create Power Pivot tables and integrate all the data sets that has been saved around your desktop or any other location. Well, let's open another data set, cost sheet. So in this cost sheet you can see the serial number is same as the revenue sheet. This is the normal specification of a data set of any company ERP system. So this should be tally, and there cannot be any gaps, any special characters inside these numbers. That will create a new Excel file, and remember to close these open datasets that you have. And go to Power Pivot tab and select manage. This is the option that you are using for manage the datasets for the Power Pivot. And here you go to this option from other sources, and from other sources we will select Excel file, and we'll go to the Excel file path and select the parts that you have saved these datasets. Let's add revenue sheet first, and remember to click this option, otherwise you will be facing difficulty to manage the datasets after you incorporating your dataset into the Power Pivot dataset. And select next, and you can see it has been selected successfully, and click finish. So the data has been imported correctly, and we'll close it. As you can see, the dataset has been linked from my other data set for the revenue sheet. Now let's add in the next sheet. It's the same way that you have to do. Select next, browse, select cost sheet, finish it and close. In the same way that we are doing for the other sheet as well. Add in. employee sheet. Now we have all the data sets in a single database, so we can manage, create relationship, and create a very clear summary for your management. Now we have all the data in one sheet. This next crucial step is to create a relationship among these cost sheets. So as you can see here, there is an option, diagram view. This shows all the columns of your data sets and what are the common factors that we can link each other. So in the revenue sheet we can see serial number here, and the cost sheet also, as I mentioned earlier, we have the serial number. So we can easily click this and drag and put it here. Then we have successfully created the relationship. And also, if you can see from the revenue to payroll, you can see employee ID number we have selected, so we can create that as well. Drag and drop, and we have created two relationships among these data sets. So after doing this, we go to data set view and we'll add the relationship numbers into one sheet for our reference. So we use a related function for this. As you can see, as soon as we put the formula, it shows all the related fields of the other data sets. So we'll create cost. We need to incorporate the cost of this revenue, ERP cost and cost. We'll select this. As you can see, it is successfully incorporate the data into the revenue sheet. After this, remember to rename these column headers, so you can use it properly when you are using the summary sheet. So we make it as cost sheet. And we'll add another column to create the gross profit margin for these revenues. Gross profit, and we'll use a simple formula for that. Great. Now we have cost sheet data and gross profit details as well. So we'll go and save this file, and we'll create all that. Let's save it in the same place that we save our data set. Okay. Summary sheet. Save this file. As you can see, you cannot see any data sets available in the front of your sheet, but behind this Excel there is a data set linked to all the data sets that you have saved in various places in your desktop or cloud or anywhere. So what we have to do is now create a pivot table. This is same as the normal pivot table that you use. And go to insert pivot table and select OK. As you can see, in the normal pivot tables you need to have the data sets inside this Excel file, but in this case there's no data in this Excel sheet, but behind the dataset module we can see 3 datasets linked to this sheet. So we can do any analysis by selecting these items. So let's create revenue by branch first. Revenue by branch. So as you can see, by branch we have the sales. So if you want to add in cost, so we have incorporated that field as well. We have the cost and the gross profit, and as you can see, it's very easily added. All the data sets saved around the PC, but we have get it consolidated as one data set for your reference, and our data set will be much easier to analyze. And analyze this further into another category. Let's add in, let's say we need to see this by brand of the items that we sold. Let's add in brand. As you can see now, branch wise, brand wise revenue, cost and GP is available very easy. So let's say that we need to check the KPI of the employees who achieved their target by selling these items and brand wise items during the month or during the period. So what we can do is incorporate employee ID to this as well. So we'll click employee ID. As soon as you click this, you will see that relationship between tables may needed. That we added the employee ID into this, but as you can see, there is a discrepancy. We have added employee ID to ID number. That means this connection is wrong. So we need to create that correct relationship. We go into this relationship and delete first, and then we create employee ID to employee ID. Then we go to save and cancel, and you may refresh this sheet. Go to the data set and build ID. As you can see, now we have the item wise, brand wise employee ID incorporated into the data sheet. Now we can easily create or see the KPI details and make necessary decisions for your company. For watching this video, if you have any details or if you need any help in doing this, you can put a comment below, or you can visit to our page, Accounting Edu Hub page, for any details you need. Thank you again.